kind of ask them a couple of questions to share with you guys a little bit. And so just wanted to kind of start off, guys. You're professional athletes. You're obviously very small professional athletes, tiny. No, maybe not.
You were light today.
Yeah, you were
light today. We're battling with our weights right now. We're both like 280, which is pretty good. That's pretty light for me. I'm usually around 3, so we've been working light.
All right. Well,
some of these guys look pretty big too.
I know, they do look pretty big.
Tell it's the All-Star team.
What, guys, you know, you've been pro athletes, and we were just talking earlier about how long you've been in the league, and both of you guys have been in the league for a while. Like, what has it taken for you guys to be at that level and to maintain being at that level?
Just consistency. So every day when you come out, just work hard. Make sure you're doing your job. You know where you're supposed to be at. Just get there as fast, as hard as you can. It's not too late. I was playing.
You guys know what football is. For me, it's a lot of things, right? Pro athletes, you know, we got probably guys who play pro as coaches, coaching you guys, and guys that might want to play pro too, coaching you guys. And when it comes to being a pro athlete, you know, there's lots of different things that go into it. First is how hard you work, and you got to be able to go and do it. You got to want to do it. There's a little poster up in our locker room that the strength guy puts up. It says, you know, one of the things about being pro athletes, when you do what you love to do on the days that you don't want to do it. And that's what's being a pro athlete. So you have to be able to work and do the things that you do love to do even when you don't want to. But there's also other things that go into it. You know, you have to be focused, you have to have drive, which is important, but you also have to have that talent. And you got to be good enough to do it. You got to be given a God-given ability, and then once you're given that, you have to go and perform with it. And then the third is you just kind of got to get lucky, and you got to get seen, and you got to get recruited, just like why you guys are here at camps like this, because you guys got college coaches looking at you. You guys are grade 10 and 11. We got told, so that's when you guys get saw and seen. You guys can go anyway on that way.
I know it might be hard for some of the guys in the back to hear, so I'll ask you guys to speak a little louder if you could. Keith, you mentioned you know, God-given talent. I know for both of you guys, you have a faith in God, and your faith in God plays an important role in your lives. Can you maybe explain how does that actually work for you, or not? I mean, how does it actually motivate you, or you know, affect your life, really?
Yeah, I mean, I was really blessed when I was younger. I have a brother with autism, so when I was younger, I wasn't able to play sports until high school. And so we ended up moving to Texas. My dad was in the Air Force. And I went to a really small school, and I was kind of a bigger dude. I was really fat at the time. But the coach was like, you know, you're going to play ball. So like, I don't really want to when I want to. And I just put me in the right place at the right time. I actually ended up being pretty good at it. So I played all throughout high school, got a scholarship. And, you know, again, he put me in the right place. Like, I wanted to go to this one school because the campus was amazing. Cafeteria was amazing. The camp was great. Everything, you know what I mean? Everything was just beautiful. But then I went in the locker room. And I kind of got a bad vibe. Like I didn't know what it was, but something just told me not to go here. And going to Tulsa, had the best 4 years ever. And you know, I kind of believe he brought me there. And then, yeah, man, I just try to focus on him. He's always guided me in the right path.
For me, my belief in Christ affects my life not just in a football way, which it has, believe me. But you know, you have faith in a Savior, have faith in everlasting life, faith that He's God and created us, and that was what my faith was all about. Now, how that affects my life, you know, you go in, I believe this now, in which a lot of us, you can say that we believe stuff, but there's a belief, and then it's like, what do you do with that belief? How does it actually affect your life? Because you still got to go and live like everybody else. So giving up things for God and doing the path that God gives us to walk. And I think that's listening to him in situations just like Moton. You know, he walked in the locker room, didn't know. It's the same deal for me. My football career has had God's fingerprints and handprints over the whole thing, right from playing Pee-wee football, bantam football. When I was in grade 4, you know, wanted to play in a team, and the guy said, "No, you're probably going to be too rough." And you showed up, and he was like, "Ah, you can play." Or moving up to a small community in northern Alberta where there wasn't any football at all, and my father calling the wrong side of the city and getting sent to Spruce Grove instead of Sherwood Park, and I got immense opportunity in Spruce Grove to play, you know, running back, linebacker, doing all these interesting things where I was about to shine. And then in high school, having to move to Spruce Grove, and my mother simply calling at the school and the secretary offering the house when we'd never met the people before. That was all God. And then same thing with college. I didn't want to go to one of these camps in Toronto, and God told my dad, we need to go to this camp, and that's where I got recruited, and that's where I got my scholarship offer. And it was the same deal. And the same deal when I got drafted into the CFL. I was told, I was told by Edmonton, if you don't sign in San Diego, you come, I will pick you, And then I signed in San Diego and got drafted by the Riders in Saskatchewan. And then I got to start right away when I got to Saskatchewan. So it's God's fingerprints have been all over my football career. But the only reason that is because of my faith. Because I have a faith in Him, and we try to listen to Him, just like Mo was saying. We try to listen to Him and let that actually affect our lives in a positive way.
One last question for you guys. So you're both defensive linemen. One of you is a Canadian, one of you is an American. You both played NCAA schools. You're both playing professional football. And at one point in time, you were 13, 14, 15, 16 years of age. If you could go back right now, knowing everything that you know, everything you've experienced, your faith journey and everything else, what would you say to yourself when you were that age?
Man, thing I would say is just work hard every day. Like there's days you're gonna want to take time off, but just do whatever you can to make yourself better. You know what I mean? Like there's times you don't want to do an extra rep. It's like I got one more set, but I feel good. I did enough. Do that extra set, man. Do that extra bit of film study. Do the extra bit of whatever. Just getting with your teammates and just working out, just progressing, and then just stay strong in your faith. I mean, there's times where you go up and down in faith, just look for anything else. You know what I'm saying? And you just stay the course, stay in the Bible, stay around people that have good intentions for you, that want you to do well in life, and just fight every day for it, man. If you want something, go get it. You can do whatever you want to do. God's good, man. He'll provide for you. As long as you work hard for it, sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want to do.
What I would tell myself if I was your guys, myself when I was your age, was to enjoy what you're doing and don't go too fast for your life. And I mean, just kind of enjoy and kind of reflect on where you actually are. Like right now, you guys really don't have any cares in the world because you're for most of you are probably provided for, and then you're kind of thinking, okay, now what do I want to do? So I would more suggest look at the future and actually take a ponder at it. And I know, for me, life has just happened, and I haven't really had to think too much. And it's just kind of like playing football. I never thought about playing football. It just happened for me. I went to school. Why? Because that was the next step. It just kind of, it happened. I didn't have a dream to play football. It just kind of happened. And I would really suggest to sit back and go, okay, what do I want to do? How am I going to get there? And stay on the straight and narrow. Don't try to jump in to something you're not ready to in anything, relationships, in drinking, in doing all that kind of stuff, even though you might think they're cool. Don't go into it until you're ready, and just kind of reflect and say, okay, what do I want to do with my life? And kind of live in the moment and just enjoy it. Because the stage that you're in right now and the things that you're going to go through, they only happen once. As a football player, you're only going to play high school all-star games once or twice. You're only going to play grade 12 year once. You're only going to play college football 4 years. And then it's over. And then real life starts. You know what I mean? And we're kind of lucky we get to play pro football, but it's going to end, and we're going to have to move on to where our real lives after that. So I would really enjoy what you're doing and kind of really remember that it only happens once. And right now, this stage of your life is very, very small. So don't try to jump ahead, and just really enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, guys, we really appreciate you guys coming. I know you're on field all day today and got an early 6 a.m. start tomorrow. So we really appreciate you guys coming. Again, why don't we give them a round of applause and thank you.